Hi guys, my name is Christine and I'm a dating, relationship and personal development coach. And today I'm talking about don't text her and walk away. So what's really important about this video and the point that I'm going to be trying to express to you today is the importance of letting it be and letting her go and just surrendering to the situation, because clearly if she wanted to be with you, then she would be. So the fact that she isn't with you, then that shows you all you need to know. So if you're watching this video, perhaps you're dealing with a woman that's being hot and cold with you. Perhaps she's giving you mixed signals. Perhaps she's dumped you. Perhaps she's friend-zoned you, or you were dating and she lost interest. Perhaps it's a woman that you've been trying to get their attention for a while and basically it just hasn't happened with. She's not showing interest in you. So with all of these women, any of these kinds of scenarios, the answer is still the same, and that is you have to walk away and you just have to let it be. All that is left for you to do is to walk away. And because let's talk about what would happen then if you did the opposite of that. If you continue to be in her DMs, you continue to try and get her attention. Basically what this is just going to be doing is that it's just going to be keeping you stuck in love with a person that doesn't really want you there, okay? And it's best to try and move on. And because the more you spend time, the more focus you put on this woman, the longer it's just going to be drawn out for you, right? It's not going to be, she probably doesn't care, but you do. And it's just going to waste your time spending and putting your emotional investment into her, whether it's by watching videos on how to get her to like you more, whether it's going over messages you two have sent to each other and overanalyzing them, whether it's looking at photos of her, listening to music that reminds you of her. All of these things, all of these habits are going to keep you stuck. It's not going to help you move on. What's going to help you move on is letting these things go and spending that time that you used to spend engaging in habits about her, like the habits I just listed, and spending that time doing something else that is productive or makes you feel good about yourself. Because what can happen is if you've ever been obsessed or you've really, really liked a woman for a long time, and it just hasn't worked out, then you've probably got a lot of habits that you have created and started doing because of your infatuation with her, right? So like the ones I've listed, listening to music, rereading old messages, looking at photos of her, stalking her social media profiles, that's probably a big one as well. You've been doing all these things. So when you stop doing those things and you're trying to move on, there's going to be a vacuum. Okay, and what I mean by a vacuum is when you stop doing something, then you've got to fill that time with something else because there's a vacuum. So you've got to do something else. And what I suggest that you do is you've got to focus then on creating a beautiful life for yourself. You know, one that's going to make you feel genuinely proud. And yeah, I think that is the answer. Okay? I feel like that is the answer to actually most of these kinds of struggles, okay? And it may be as well that you use a bit of your dark side, which I think is fine, to try and create an awesome life for yourself out of revenge, right? Or out of spite, or out of anger because it didn't work out with that woman, okay? So you're using it to fuel you and inspire you. And that's one of the things in the past that has helped me manage to do certain things. It may not necessarily be to do with a woman, but for other things, like also people that never believed in me, or it's because of those bullies at school, or it was because of the crappy childhood that I had and I'm trying to make up for it, basically. Like, I think the answer to creating a happier life and creating a better time for yourself is to actually work really hard on making that happen, okay? Because otherwise you're just kind of like letting life happen to you, if that makes sense. so you got to take control. You got to take control of the wheel of your life. Okay, and you can direct your life in any way that you want to go, but you got to put in the effort. Okay, so you got to work towards it. So, for example, for me, I created my own business, created a YouTube channel, and that was really fulfilling for me. Exercising regularly, these things have really worked for me and helped me feel more happy about my situation in life and happy. But basically why it has made me happy is because I've applied self-discipline. Okay, which is something that I never used to do. Never. When I was a teenager, I never used self-discipline. When I was in my early 20s, I never used self-discipline. And trust me, it took a while for me to get out of those really lazy ways. I had to pry those things out of me. It used to be really difficult. It used to be, for a long time, I was going through like a back and forth where I was like really trying to work hard, and then I would just be lazy for a few days, and then I'd work hard for a few days, and then I'd be lazy for a few days. It was like that for ages. I was stuck in this cycle of just bullshit, basically. And it was all because of like my old programming that I was trying to like get out of. It's so hard to get out of a habit. What's it called? Hypnotic Rhythm. There's a book called what's it called? This is Outwitting the Devil. There we go, by Napoleon Hill. I'm pretty sure you can probably find a version, like an audio version of it here on YouTube. And basically in that book, Napoleon Hill talks about something called hypnotic rhythm. Now, hypnotic rhythm is probably the cause and the reason why you are stuck in this thing with this woman, right? And basically what hypnotic rhythm is that the more you sort of think about and you stew about a certain subject, and the more you behave in a certain way, the more stronger and stronger it gets, and you get into this hypnotic rhythm. And basically you've hypnotized yourself to a point where it's actually automatic. Now, I've done this with laziness, right? And I've also done this with women in the past too. And basically you just get trapped, right, in this habit of just thinking about them all the time, okay? And it takes a while then to unwind that and to get out of it and break free, okay? And the only way you can do that is with consciousness, with conscious effort to do it, okay? So if you've got into the rhythm, right, into the habit, in another way you could put it, if you've got into the habit of thinking about this woman, obsessing over her, stalking her social media profiles, getting obsessed with her in some way because you listen to music about her or you overanalyze old messages, whatever it is that you may be doing to keeping you stuck, that's how you've got yourself into that pattern, okay? That's how you got yourself hypnotized. And it's going to take a bit of effort to take you out. So you have to be consciously aware of it, which is why you have to find other things to do and to fill that vacuum with other stuff. But the important thing is that these other things that you're doing have to be emotionally stirring, okay? They have to grab your emotions, okay? Which is why I say it's okay to use things like vengeance, because that's a strong emotion. That's a strong emotion that might snap you out of that hypnotic rhythm, okay? And get you to work towards your dreams. It's okay to use these dark energies as long as you're not putting, like shoving it in her face or shoving it in anyone's face. So, for example, let's say you also had like parents that never believed in you, okay? So you want to use that energy then to create an awesome life for yourself, to say like, hey, look, I made it. You said I was never going to make it, but I did, haha, right? But you don't necessarily do that and say it to their face, but you use that energy to actually make your life better. It's all about transmuting that dark energy into light energy, okay? So you got this anger, you got this frustration, and basically what you're going to do is you're going to use that, right, to make your life better, to motivate you to get up and go to the gym, to motivate you to create that online business and to work relentlessly towards it, okay? You use that, okay? But like I said, you don't shove it in their face. You're using this as a game. It's a game that you're playing with yourself. It's a game that you're using to motivate yourself, okay? So it's okay to do that. Now, of course, it's also okay if you're not motivated by those things, by anger and stuff, which unfortunately I am a lot of the time. I'm not proud of it, but it's just one of those things. It helped me create this YouTube channel, so what can I say? It's helped. It's made my life better. But if that doesn't motivate you, and you are motivated by more lighter energies and not the dark side, and you get motivated by, oh, well, I'm doing this for my family, or I'm doing this for my future wife, or I'm doing this for humanity, and those kinds of things, then that's also awesome, and you should definitely use that. So use whatever motivates you to create an awesome life for yourself, okay? But when it comes to this woman who you've been involved with, or trying to get involved with, and it hasn't worked out with, you gotta let it be. Because when you walk away, when you let it be, you don't text her anymore, you don't message her, you don't do anything, you just go into no contact and you walk away from her. Basically, if she does harbor some feelings for you and she does care about you, once you've walked away and you've vowed to never speak to her again, if she still has some feelings for you, or does have any feelings for you and any attraction for you whatsoever, she's going to fear losing you. She's going to think, oh my God, what happened to him? What am I going to do? He hasn't messaged me in a few weeks. What's happening? What's going on? I need to reach out to him. Okay? It's the only way that you can make her fear losing you. It's the only way you can make her feel those emotions of, oh no, I need to talk to him. You need to walk away. That's the only way. Okay? Also, if she doesn't have feelings for you anymore, you just won't hear from her again. But it won't matter to you anymore, because you're too busy focused on creating this awesome life for yourself. So you got to remember, where attention goes, energy flows. If you put your attention on her, then all of your focus and your energy is going to be going into her, and it's just going to make your life so much more difficult, and you're going to get into that hypnotic rhythm again. You're going to get into the hypnotic rhythm, and you're going to get yourself trapped in there, okay? But if you put your attention on good stuff and persisting in a business venture or creating an awesome life for yourself, getting nice, fit and healthy, you're going to get into a healthy hypnotic rhythm instead, okay? And that's what you want to do. You want to get into these healthy hypnotic rhythms. You want to get into these healthy habits that you start to do just unconsciously, okay? But to do that, you need to make a conscious effort. You have to focus. You have to practice. You have to do it. You have to apply it, okay? That's how you create an awesome life for yourself. You focus on it, and you take action, and you make a conscious effort to do it, okay? But you have to put in the effort. If you're not, then you're just going to get thrown about by the winds of life, and you're just going to get into all these bad hypnotic rhythms, and you're going to lose the steering wheel. You're going to lose the direction on the steering wheel, okay? And you're just going to let the winds take you wherever you want to go, right? Instead of you holding onto the wheel and you directing your life to where you want it to go. Like, you want to, okay, so I want to be wealthy. I'm going to direct myself in that way. Okay, I want to be fit and healthy. I'm going to direct myself in that way. I'm going to turn the steering wheel to where I want it to go. I'm going to make it go this way. Okay, but you have to do it with conscious effort. Okay, it's all about consciousness and focus and where your energy goes. Because where energy goes, where your attention goes, energy flows. Okay, so something to keep in mind. If you focus on her, that's where your energy is going. If you focus on your dreams and goals, that's where your focus and energy is going to be going. So that's what you got to do. Okay, don't text her. Walk away. Do something cool instead. Create a cool life for yourself. It's possible. You can do it. You've still got time. You can do it. And to be honest, even if you don't reach all the goals that you want to reach, you're still going to be way better because you put the conscious effort into it than all the other people in the world who just don't bother with these things and let themselves get caught up in these hypnotic rhythms that are bad for them, and just don't generally have an ideal life, and they're just miserable about their circumstances because they've never made the conscious effort to try and change. But you are, right? You wouldn't be watching a video like this if you wasn't open to change. So I know that you're going to do it, and I know that you're going to be successful. And when you are successful, let me know. Email me. My email's on my website, and we can have a nice little chat about how great things are. Okay? So thank you so much for watching. If you'd like to get in touch with me personally and you'd like coaching with me, then please go to www.christineloveridge.com, and I shall talk to you again very soon. Goodbye.